upward to the cloud. Sorry, I should have done that when you were already up. And then I will mute you both, but you are always welcome to unmute if you need. And so we can get started in a nice, tall, comfortable seat today. Yeah, beautiful. So cross-legged, sitting on your shins, whatever works for you. And you might give your shoulders a roll, maybe your head a roll, get out any cracks and creaks that you might be feeling. And eventually settling with your shoulders down and back, away from your ears, chest open, lifted, and the crown of your head reaching up away from your hips that root down nice and firmly to the floor. You might let your eyes close. And let's just start by taking a couple moments to watch the breath, watch our inhales and our exhales. Bringing yourself into this space. And just noticing what it feels like to allow each inhale to fill the belly, the ribs, the chest. What it feels like to empty out the lungs fully. And then maybe even more. And as we continue to breathe, you can start to invite an ujjayi quality to the breath. So this vibrational breathing, and I like to imagine breathing in and out through the nose, like there's a little hole in the back of the throat. So if you breathe in through the nose and imagine that you could suck it right back into that hole. Feeling the chest expand, rib expand, and then the exhale. That same sort of quality, almost like you're breathing out of a straw or trying to say HA, but it's through the nose. And then a couple more like that. This warming, victorious breath also helps to get our hearing involved. So we get another sense to be part of this breath work, this pranayama. And to me, the more senses that are involved, the more well-rounded and full and immersive the experience can be. So as you continue to breathe just like so, sitting tall, sitting well, softening the jaw, softening that space between the eyebrows, I'll invite us to think about something as we move today together. We were given this prompt, back to the basics, to think about what we wanted to share from that. And I would like to talk just briefly about Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. So Patanjali, known by many as the father of modern yoga, not because he created it or invented it, but because he transcribed numerous texts, one of them being the Sutras. And it acts as a sort of guide to exploring yoga. And the first 4 verses of the first part really succinctly explain what the purpose of being here is. So verse 1.1, now begins the yoga. And what that means, anywhere, anytime, you can start practicing. And what does that mean? What does practicing yoga look like? It doesn't have to look like anything. It is the stopping, the cessation of the whirlpools of the mind, all the chaos, all the fluctuations. And the idea is that when we calm the fluctuations, then we can abide in our own true nature. And what happens if we don't? Then we start to believe that we are the stuff going on. So as we move today, something to ponder as the sensations build, as we maybe see the thoughts swirl through, we get to come back to the breath. We get to practice being present in this moment, in this space. Not worrying too much what everything looks like, though alignment is important, but not feeling like we need to go the deepest we've ever gone. Just learning to be present And breathe. So with that, we can start to shift forward, and you can find a tabletop with your hands below your shoulders, knees below your hips. Couple cat-cow tilts here. So inhale to arch the spine, exhale to round. And in thinking about detaching from these stories in our heads, it could be a whole lot of things, but something that resonates for me when I'm moving is especially these postures, these shapes, and these things that we declare we like or don't want, like that we're good at or we're not good at. So invitation to just take an interest in what sensations build in different movements that we make, that you make. You can find that equanimity and just an opportunity to learn. So the next time that you complete a round of breathing, exhaling, inhaling, let's find a neutral spine. Bring the knees together, feet together, tuck the toes, and sit back onto the heels into a toe squat. So stretching out the bottoms of the feet and coming to sit up tall on your heels. So shoulders over the hips, nice. Roll the shoulders back, sit tall, sit well. And if right off the bat, this feels unsustainable, you can certainly come up to stand on your knees, keeping your toes tucked, but a great opportunity to think about the equanimity we can find in the body. So see if you can squeeze your legs together. Think about squeezing your sort of bathroom muscles, the pelvic floor, that lift, that mula bandha. Yeah, nice, thanks, baby. And when you feel that squeeze of your lower body, then you might feel a sort of hover of your hips above your heels almost, because we're getting so light using the strength of the legs and the navel. You can feel that pull towards the spine. The crown of the head lifts, the shoulders roll back. Let's take another inhale. Stay for the exhale. Start to sweep the arms up, interlace the fingers, and flip the palms towards the ceiling, like you could press your palms right up against it. And you can take a few circles. Yeah, see, perfect. Palms towards the ceilings, biceps by the ears. Yeah, and you can make circles with your upper body. So move through your spine, through your ribs. And it kind of feels nice to come forward because then you get a little bit lighter on your heels. Absolutely, you can go both directions. Just working out any stickiness. If you didn't already go both directions, you can start going both directions. Next time that you're up tall, you can release your hands, shift forward, untuck your toes. As you come forward and sit back now onto the tops of your feet. So we get to stretch the other side. And as you sit back, you can bring your fingers behind you, tent up on the fingertips and lean back. Nice. You can try lifting one knee, one shin off the ground to stretch it even more than the other. Maybe you try lifting them both. Maybe you even try it without the hands and use the strength of your low belly muscles. Yeah, a little balance. Nice. And then we can shift forward, find a downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So your hands plant down, feet plant down. You can take a couple moments to pedal out the knees, wiggle. Flutter the lips. Maybe your day has been super chaotic, week's been super chaotic, perhaps stillness is precisely what you need. Beautiful. And then let's take it forward. Inhale to an upper push-up plank, Dandasana. Crown of the head reaches away from the heels. Heels reach away from the crown of the head. Nice. And then keeping this distance between the hands and feet, use a strong belly. Lead with your hips, downward facing dog. A couple times in and out of those two shapes. Inhale forward. Exhale, peel it back. Two more times. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Starting to build this relationship between breath and movement, which is ultimately what we are doing here in this class. Continuing to build that relationship. So I lied, maybe half more time. Lean forward or roll forward up for push-up plank. And then lower your knees, lower your chest, lower your chin. Try to squeeze your elbows into your ribs to get down there, and then slide forward, baby cobra, Bhujangasana. Press through the tops of your feet. So get all 10 of your toenails involved, pressing on the floor. Squeeze your legs so that your kneecaps maybe even float off the ground. Nice. And then as you try pressing your pubic bone down into the floor, see if you can imagine pointing your tailbone towards the heels, almost like a lever in your low back to allow your chest to lift another inch without crunching in the low back. Let your chest peel forward. One more inhale. On the exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. If you need to move through a tabletop to get there, you are certainly welcome to do so. Now let's float the right leg high and then step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So right next to the pinky finger, we're in a wide low lunge. Take a couple moments to pulse forwards and backwards. You could use your heel and make the movement really small, nice, or absolutely you can straighten and rebend your right leg a few times, depending on how warm you're feeling, how open your hamstrings are feeling. And then let's float that right foot back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Left leg up. Exhale, step the left foot next to the left pinky finger. Take a few moments to pulse a little bit back and forth, maybe noting how this side could feel a little bit different than the first side. Starting to get into the hips and the right hamstring. So as you might be feeling really sticky, you might be feeling really not sticky. Just all stuff to explore, no right or wrong. Next time your front knee bends, let's float it back, downward facing dog. And then let's bend the knees, look forward, take it to the top of the mat in a forward fold, Uttanasana. You could take a whole bunch of small little baby steps. Once you get to the top, let's bend the knees if you need, if you're up or if your back is rounding, if you're hanging in space. Yeah, see if you can make a connection, thighs to chest. Let your head really hang, let your neck spine traction, let your arms be heavy. That's it, nice, Krista. Then on your next inhale, start to slide your fingers up your shins, long spine, maybe even shifting the weight forward into the balls of the feet, Ardha Uttanasana. And that shift forward, for me, I know, allows the quads to engage, kneecaps to lift, belly to engage. So that way my hands don't hold any weight, but it's the whole body working together. Exhale to fold, Uttanasana. Now let's bend the knees, slowly roll all the way up to stand, Tadasana, mountain pose. So as you root through your feet, we're still using our whole body here in a seemingly simple posture. So feet root down, legs are strong, stacked. Low belly pulls in, low back gets longer as we point the tailbone down, and then maybe you give the shoulders a roll down and away from your ears here. Step the feet together, keeping the palms by your sides. Samastitihi. So now as we move through the next couple postures, sequences, the sun salutations, we'll come back to this spot a lot. And the invitation here is to treat this as an opportunity to check back in. So every time that we stand, see if you can avoid the urge to fix, to fidget, whatever your hair is doing, whatever your shirt is doing, looks great. Let's come back to this place. Maybe you take inventory. Maybe you just watch your breath. Just notice what goes on as the body starts to heat up. Maybe as your heart rate starts to rise. Next inhale, sweep your arms up, press your palms together. And as you peek up towards your thumbs, lengthen. On the exhale, hinge forward long, spine to take it all the way down, Uttanasana, forward fold. On the inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, long spine. On the exhale, plant the hands and step it back to an upper push-up plank. So long from the head to the heels, inhale. On the exhale, you can lower all the way down, knees just chin or in one piece, squeeze the elbows into the ribs, beautiful. Inhale to lengthen forward, baby cobra, Bhujangasana, or absolutely, maybe you press all the way up, Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, tip it back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, land. On the exhale, stay. We'll be here for a few more breaths. Sorry, that was a misleading way to say that. Just an inhale and an exhale. But as we're here, see if you can check in with what's going on with your foundation. Really important place to start. So spread through your fingers. Press through your pointer, your thumb knuckle, through the balls of your feet as you reach through your heels. Continuing to inhale, exhale, 2 more. If your legs are feeling tight, you can always bend your knees to press your chest a little closer towards your thighs. As you lengthen through your spine, hips a little bit higher, another inhale. Another exhale. Bend the knees, look forward. You could either take a few steps or hop to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Use your strong legs, strong belly to reach your arms out around all the way up to stand. And then slide your hands down by your side, Samastiti. Stay for a moment. Get a few more of those. Inhale, reach the arms up. Press your palms, look towards your thumbs. On the exhale, hinge forward, lengthen as you fold. Inhale to a half lift, long spine, light on your fingers, strong through your legs. Exhale, plant the hands and you can step, you can float back, either landing in an upper push-up plank or landing with your bent elbows. Lower down either halfway or all the way. Inhale to your baby cobra or maybe an upward facing dog. And as you exhale, we'll land back downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Opportunity to scan the body. Inhale, feeling your chest, your ribs fill. Exhaling, maybe finding a little bit more length through your spine, maybe pressing more through your thumb and your pointer knuckles. Inhale, hips nice and high. Exhale, let your head hang heavy, either peeking towards your thighs or towards your belly button or between your feet. Inhale. Exhale, maybe you can start to feel your shoulder blades broaden across your back as you pull your navel in. Feel your front ribs knit in. And one more breath here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, start to bend the knees, look forward. On the exhale, you can walk or you can hop all the way to the top of the mat, landing in a fold. Inhale to a half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach your arms out around and all the way up, landing with your arms towards the ceiling, palms towards the ceiling, pressing up towards one another, look towards your thumbs. Exhale, Samastiti. Standing tall, standing well. Breath in, breath out. And we'll do it again. Inhale, reach the arms up, press palms, look up. On the exhale, hinge forward all the way down to fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. On the exhale, plant the hands. You can step, you can hop, you can float, you can take it through one of those vinyasa flows, either lowering halfway or all the way. Inhaling, baby cobra or upward facing dog, and exhaling to take it back, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Inhaling full. Exhaling completely. Maybe you come back to that Ujjayi quality as you continually scan through your body. Notice where you might start to be feeling shaky and how you might be able to use more of your body, more muscles, where you can soften and find a little bit more ease, even though things might start to be feeling hot and shaky. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, hop, float to the top of the mat, landing in Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to Urdhva Hastasana, reaching through the fingers like you could graze the ceiling, look towards the thumbs. Exhale, hands by your sides. One more of these. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift, long spine. Exhale, plant the hands. You can step, you can hop, you can float, finding your way through one of those flows intended to continue to help heat us up, strengthen the joints. But if anything feels painful, sharp, like it's not helping, you are always welcome to skip it, modify, meeting back in that down dog. Got 3 more breaths. Can you press the floor away with your knuckles, with the pads of your fingers? Can you reach through your heels and let your toes be soft, your jaw be soft, and maybe Gaze towards the tip of your nose or close your eyes and gaze to that space between your eyebrows. Can you lift your hips a little bit higher and take one more inhale? One more exhale. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, hop, float. Find your way to the top of the mat. Inhale to a half lift, long spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms out, around, all the way up. Use your strong legs, strong belly, strong muscles around the spine. Exhale, Samastitihi. Land with your hands by your side. Maybe you close your eyes for a moment. Noticing any shifts already, any changes, however subtle or significant. Just a breath right here in, and a long, slow breath out. With the feet together, inhale, hips back, arms up, Uttanasana chair pose. So as you trust your weight back into your heels, send your arms up. You got it. Biceps by your ears as best as you can if possible. Press palms together. Start to gaze up towards the thumbs. Nice. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, long spine. On the exhale, plant the hands. You can step, hop, or float through one of those flows, landing in a plank. Lowering down any which way, knees, chest, chin, all the way halfway. Inhaling baby cobra or up dog, and landing downward facing dog as we take it into sun B, sun salutation B. Inhale, float the right foot forward. So I like to bring it behind the wrists. Some people bring it in between the hands or right next to the right thumb. Dial down the left heel. And inhale, sweep the arms up for warrior one. So the back foot is down, arms come up. If possible, bring your palms to press. They might not frame your ears. Exhale, send your hands down to frame your right foot. Step it back. You can move through one of those flows. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Nice. From down dog, inhale, left foot forward, either behind the wrist and between the thumb. Dial down the right heel and inhale, sweep your arms up, palms press if possible, broad through your upper back. Exhale, hands down, step it back, upper push-up plank, either moving through a flow or taking it back, downward facing. Beautiful. Nice choices. And we'll land here, 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, press through all 4 points of your foundation firmly. Exhale, find a little bit more length through your spine, through the backs of your legs. Inhale. Exhale, can you let your head hang heavier? One more, inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, find your way to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hips back, arms up, Uttanasana chair pose. Trust the weight back into your heels as you send your arms high, either arms shoulder width or palms pressed, to then take it all the way to stand. Samastitihi, hands by your sides. Check in for a breath in and a slow breath out. One more time with that. Inhale, hips back, arms up. Chair pose, Uttanasana. Right back to where we just were. Exhale, fold. Inhale to a half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands, step, hop, or float back, finding your way through a flow into a downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg steps forward. Exhale, dial down the left heel. Inhale, sweep the arms up, either palms pressed or separate. Look up. Exhale, hands down. Step back, move through your flow. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot down. Inhale, arms up, sweep high. Exhale, hands down, step it back, move through whatever sequence of shapes gets you to your downward facing dog, where we'll hold for 5 breaths. Nice. Inhale. Exhale. Again, maybe finding that ujjayi quality. Maybe noticing what thoughts start to swirl through your brain and notice if they're helpful. So what we focus on is often what we're going to feel. So I like to focus on each inhale and each exhale. One more in. One more out. To inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, find your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hips back, arms high, chair pose of Katasana. Exhale to stand, arms by your sides. Maybe a hand to the belly, hand to the heart. Notice how you're breathing, how your heart is beating. Sometimes it's nice just to reconnect with whatever is going on physically in our vessels. So see if you can soften what you don't need here. Maybe your jaw, maybe again that space between the eyebrows, maybe your toes, and take one more long, slow breath in. Smooth breath out. Let's start to separate the feet about mats width distance as we take it into a Malasana Squat. So toes turn out, heels turn in, send your hips low between your calves. If your hips are feeling a little bit sticky today, then you can always take it halfway down. Yeah, so hips down below or between the calves, elbows in between your thighs. Perfect. So then press your palms together. That's it. And now as you press your elbows into your thighs, press your thighs back into your elbows. Try to distribute the weight pretty evenly throughout the balls and the heels of your feet. Let your toes be soft. Let your chest come forward. Heart stays open, lifted. Take an inhale and an exhale. Hands down, hips high, forward fold, Uttanasana. Keep your hands between your feet, but step your left foot back. So in the same spot, I should say, but step the left foot back. So we're right back into that lizard pose, that wide low lunge. And now maybe you come up onto fingertips. If you've got blocks, maybe you take them, but a couple times we'll straighten and rebend the front leg. Exhale to straight, inhale to rebend, maybe 3 times. You can try flexing your toes. Absolutely great choice. Now the next time that right knee bends, float the left foot up and out slightly and dial down the heel. We'll take it into Vera Bhadrasana 1. So warrior ones that we've already explored, but a little bit of a different variation. Sweep the arms up. Nice. Beautiful. And what I like to imagine here, so arms up for warrior 1, you got it. Right knee bends, left heel dials down. I like to imagine that the line or my spine extends all the way to my fingers and all the way to that left heel. So if we can try to get nice long lines and try to continue, so there's no craning of the neck, there's no creaking of that low back, we can keep everything nice and soft while still engaging a whole lot of muscles. Let's take another inhale, reach. On the exhale, start to hinge your upper body forward towards the inside of your right leg. So humbling this warrior, but sending your palms back behind you, like you could touch the wall behind you. Yeah, that's it. And then inhale, sweep the arms up, press your palms together overhead. Maybe they're not totally overhead, maybe they're a little bit in front of you. Exhale, begin to hinge forward using your strong legs, strong hips, your feet rooting down, strong belly. Inhale, lift your arms up high, press your palms, and then just one last time, exhale, hinge forward, send your arms behind you to then float your hands down to frame your right foot and step your left foot up and out even more maybe as we straighten both legs for Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. So 2 straight legs, a little bit less space between them to find square hips. So yeah, think about that long half lift spine to start. And imagine that I was there to draw your right hip back and help you yearn your left hip forward for square hips. Nice. And think open chest. And if it feels all right, you can keep your square hips, strong rooted legs, and you can fold over your front leg. 2 more breaths right here. Notice if your toes start to scrunch the floor. They don't really need to be too involved, so let them go soft. And on your next inhale, we'll start to float the upper body to that half lift spot, so parallel to the floor. And you can slide your fingers on those blocks if you have them, or just in front of you. Think warrior three, so start to soften the front leg. Shift the weight into your right foot and let your left foot float off the floor. So maybe one day you come parallel to the ground, upper body and your left leg. It's okay if it's not today. Yeah, that's it. Nice, absolutely. You can begin to float your arms off the floor, bringing your palms to press, arms like airplane wings. But really think about flexing your left foot, rotating your left pinky toe down towards the floor, and imagining you could stamp through the wall behind you. Take another easy breath in. Easy breath out. At the end of that exhale, think high lunge. So float your left foot back, toes are tucked, heel reaches behind you, and arms sweep up. Crescent lunge, you got it. Biceps by your ears. Nice. And if it's feeling wobbly, you can always separate your feet more like you're on railroad tracks rather than a tight rope. And again, imagining that your spine extends to your fingertips into that back heel. Can you keep space in your low back? Might require the back knee to bend some. Take an easy breath in. On the exhale, warrior two, dial down the left heel. And you might have to adjust your feet so that your right heel is in line with the left arch. Nice. So that left heel turns down. Beautiful. Arms reach out to a T, shoulders stack over the hips. And if you peek down at your right knee, make sure you can see a sliver of your right big toe mound. Maybe you can sit another inch lower. Think about getting the thigh parallel to the floor. Nice. Spread through your collarbones. Lift through the chest. And see if you can point your tailbone down towards the heel, towards the floor rather, as we pull the low belly in. Everything's still strong, everything's working. Keep the shape with the bottom of your body, your legs rather. Flip that right palm, reach forward, up and back, Shanti, Vera, Bhadrasana, peaceful warrior. Nice. And if it's feeling a little bit wobbly in the legs, that's okay, because we're going to straighten that right leg. Think Uttanasana. So as you straighten the right leg, begin to reach forward with your right fingertips. Absolutely. You can heel toe the left foot in. So as right arm reaches forward over the right leg. Beautiful. And when there's no more forward, right arm down, left arm lifts. What I like to think of here are some long lines from the head to the hips. Long line from fingertip to fingertip. Be here for 3 more breaths. So as you press through your feet, can you imagine sliding your heels in towards one another? Maybe feeling your inner thighs fire up, feeling your belly engage, and maybe then you can get a little bit lighter on your right hand. Reach through your left fingers. And we'll take it right on up and over on the next inhale. Peaceful warrior, rebending into your right leg. Use your strong foundation to help you get there. Right arm up and over, left hand to the back of your left thigh. Beautiful. And now reach forward, 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 similar shape, but we're going to keep that front leg bent. Utthita Parsvottanasana, extended side angle. You got it. Right elbow to the top of the right thigh, or right hand can come down to the floor. So I know, yeah, awesome. Thanks, BB. So left arm can reach straight up towards the ceiling. Nice. Beautiful. And really try to sit low into that leg. Press through the outside edges of your feet, and absolutely, if you've got that, you feel pretty comfortable here. Maybe not comfortable is the right word, but if you would like to extend your right arm down to the floor, you're certainly welcome to do so. You can press through the outside edges of your feet wherever you are. Try to let your toes be soft. See if you can really feel that inner arch of your left foot. Feel your inner thigh lift up. And see if you can rotate your bottom ribs up towards the ceiling, and take one more easy breath in. Easy breath out. Next inhale, just one more time, up and over, peaceful warrior. Use your strong legs. And on the exhale, think half moon, reach forward beyond the right toes. So the right hand comes perhaps to a block. Left arm reaches towards the ceiling, and the left leg extends towards the wall in opposition of your head. Beautiful. So the hips stack, foot flexes, collarbones stay broad, and it's okay to wobble. It's okay to fall out. Great time to practice resilience and get right back up. Both legs are working equally hard, even though one is on the ground. Take another breath in. Think chair pose on the breath out. Both feet down, bend the knees, reach the arms up. And come all the way to stand. Tadasana, Samastitihi. Maybe again, hand to the belly, hand to the heart, check back in. Just did a lot on that one side. It's a good opportunity to notice if you are anticipating or dreading the second side. Invitation to focus on this next inhale and exhale. Go right into it. Start to separate the feet. Maybe this time you reach the arms up as we come into Malasana, as your hips come down between your heels. Maybe your palms come to your heart. Nice. Keeping the chest open, lifted. Full inhale. On the exhale, hands down, step the right foot back this time. So now left side lizard, couple opportunities to straighten and rebend or pulse. Choice is yours. Maybe your hands are on blocks. Maybe they're tented up on the fingertips. Nice. Beautiful. Now the next time that the left knee bends, see if you can step the right foot slightly up and out for warrior one, Vera, Bhadrasana. As you come up into this shape, into this lunge, yep, you got it. Arms can rise, maybe palms press. See if you can really feel that left hip draw back, right hip draw forward. Using both feet, pressing down firmly, equally. Maybe you can wrap your shoulder blades broad across your back as you reach through your fingers. Feel that support as your heart opens up. Inhale. On the exhale, think about that humbling shape. So hinge forward, upper body forward as your fingers reach back. Beautiful. That's it. And then inhale, whole body helps you get back up. Use that strong breath. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, lift up, arms up. Last time, exhale, hinge forward. Now we'll stay low as the fingers graze the floor, framing the front foot, and hop the right foot up and out to the right. Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose for this first one. Yeah, so straightening both the legs, maybe hands to the blocks. You can start in that nice long half lift type spine with a strong belly, rooted feet. Think broad through the collarbones and then eventually fold. Nice. Keeping those square hips for 3 more breaths. And then as we start to inhale, lift the upper body, graze the floor with your fingertips and start to soften into the left knee. As you shift the weight forward, hands slide forward, warrior 3, Vera, Bhadrasana. So upper body and lower body parallel, or upper body and right leg rather parallel to the floor. You got it. You can keep your hands on the blocks. Yes, absolutely. That's it. Nice, Krista. Flex the foot. Beautiful, BB. That's so nice. So again, even though one leg is on the ground, both legs are working hard to stay flexed, active to help support this shape. Belly stays pulled in towards the spine and the crown of the head reaches away like you have 2 little strings pulling you apart. Inhale. At the bottom of the next exhale, start to float it back. Crescent lunge, high lunge, sweep the arms up. Maybe you keep a soft bend in the back leg if your low back is feeling crunchy. Never a feeling that I would say we're looking for. Try to bend even more into that front leg, Krista. That's nice, beautiful. Another inhale. On the exhale, open up warrior 2, soft shoulders, long through the low back, lifted through the sides of the waist. Beautiful. If you peek down, see that you can peek at the left big toe mound, a little sliver of it, to ensure that the knee isn't sliding in or sickling in. And as you press through the outside edges of your feet, can you feel the arch in the back foot? Feel that lift in the inner thigh. And as you flip the left palm, reach forward, up and back, take it all the way, peaceful warrior, like you're painting the ceiling. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, start to straighten the left leg. Draw the left hip back as your left arm reaches forward. Yep, and you can step that right foot in. So there's no more forward, left arm down, right arm lifts. Last bit of the standing sequence. So it's feeling, again, shaky. If it's starting to feel really warm, See if you can take it breath by breath, and remember that all of these sensations will leave just as fast as they came. So how can we learn something about ourselves in this shape, whether it's about a part of us that feels a little stickier than we might have thought, the way that we speak? How about one more inhale? One more exhale. Lead with that top arm as you take it all the way up and over, just transitioning through peaceful warrior. So right hand to the back of the right leg, left arm sweeps up. Yep, you can separate the feet once again. On the exhale, reach forward. That's it. Find length and then take it into extended side angle, Utthita Parsvottanasana. So left elbow to the top of the left thigh. You can bend into the left leg. Once again, nice. And the right arm reaches on up. Beautiful. And as we use the strong legs, use the strength of your belly, maybe you can find even more space between the left shoulder and the left ear. So peek up towards the right fingertips. And allow your bottom ribs to rotate forward and up. Creating space to take another soft, easy inhale. And fully exhale. Just one more time, transitioning through that peaceful warrior. Inhale up and over. And then exhale, gaze beyond your left toes. Half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Reach past the left foot to open up the chest, open up the hips in the same direction. Nice. So yes, hand on a block is super helpful to then peel your heart open. So that's it. And yes, you can keep gazing at the ground. Really flex through that back heel. And right here, think about everything extending from the belly button. So really use your core strength, the muscles of your back, the muscles on the sides of the waist, the muscles right around the belly button, and take another breath in, flex through that back foot. Nice. Think chair pose on the exhale, feet down, hips back, arms reach high. Exhale to fold. Uttanasana. Hang heavy right here. Let your head shake yes, shake it no. Maybe again a flutter of the lips. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale to fold. So you might transition through Malasana or sitting right here. We'll eventually take it to sit. So if you would like to move through one final flow, you're welcome to hop back, step back, whatever it is that you wish to do. If you want to take it right down to sitting, then you can just bring your seat down. Nice. And from your down dog, then you're welcome to hop it forward, step it forward. Amazing. Yes, so landing with the legs long in front, flex through the heels. Imagine that you had something pressing the balls of your feet back towards you. Nice, sitting up, Dandasana, staff pose. Seemingly simple, but we've got so many different parts working right here. Let's keep all of them strong, sturdy as we reach the arms up for Paschimottanasana. Extend your two-piece fingers and reach forward for your big toes. And as you find your big toes, you find your fingers around them. Nice. You can keep your spine long, chest open, or round forward. Soft, easy breath in. Smooth breath out. Inhale to roll up to sit, staff pose once again. To take it into Janu Shirshasana, so bend the right knee and sole of the right foot comes to the inside of the left leg. Thank you, BB. So if you need to peek up, it's like a tree pose. Flex through that left heel, and as you reach the arms up, lengthen. On the exhale, fold. So now you can bring your hands to frame your leg, or you can absolutely wrap around your left foot. Let your head hang heavy. For this one, think about rotating right shoulder, right ribs down to square off the upper body. Finding equal rounding on both sides of the waist. Take another breath into all that space in your upper back. Another breath in. Inhale, arms up. And switch. Or upper body up rather. Right leg long, left knee bends. Reach your arms up as you flex through your right heel and exhale, fold. And this time, maybe thinking about rotating left shoulder, left ribs down. Maybe bending your knee enough to get your forehead to connect. And taking another breath into all the lung tissue in your upper back. And exhaling long, slow, and fully. Slowly roll on up. And let's extend the right leg long. Was it the right leg long? Left leg long. Oh no, now I'm all confused. Doesn't really matter. Different shape. Right leg long, bend the left knee, Ardha Matsyendrasana. So you can plant the left foot on the outside of the right leg. And you are welcome to keep your right leg extended or bend it around so that the heel comes towards your hip. Let's take the left hand back, right arm lifts like a second spine, and then twist. You can either hug your knee in towards your chest or use the outside of your arm against the outside of your. Think length as you breathe in. Like a little string pulling the crown of your head towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, maybe you can twist another millimeter or just think about it. One more breath in. One more breath out. Unwind and switch. So what's up is down, what's down is up. And come back towards center. Totally, you can take a counter twist. And then left leg extends, right leg extends, and then it'll be, oh no, right leg over, left knee under. Yeah. It'll be right hand back, left arm up, and twist in the opposite direction. Think length as you breathe in, broad through the chest. Exhale, twist. One more. And then slowly unwind. You can take a gentle counter twist if you wish, bringing your hands to the other side. But eventually we'll take it onto the ground. So extend your legs long and roll on back for just a few back bends before we take it to rest. So with your knees bent, reach down to make sure that you can tickle your heels, not hips with distance, feet like the number 11s, knees like the number 11s, or thighs rather. As you scoot your shoulder blades underneath, you start to press into your shoulders, press into your feet for bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. As you lift your hips, I like to think about pressing through the feet and imagining I could slide them forward to get the quads a little bit more involved, almost like we could lengthen them. And then absolutely you can interlace your fingers underneath your hips so that your pinky edges touch the floor and you can really squeeze your shoulder blades together. Bring your chest closer towards your chin. Let's take one more inhale. One more exhale. Slowly lower down. We'll do a second back bend. Your choice. You've got the block, so you can take a restorative. You can take that same one, or you might take a full wheel, bringing your hands by your ears, pressing through your feet, and lifting your chest up, hips up. To wrap the elbows towards one another so that your arms and legs stay in one line. Beautiful, so amazing. Already been up for a couple breaths, so take 2 or 3 more depending on how quick your breaths are. Once you're down, I like to come right into a constructive rest. So with the feet wide, let the knees knock together just to take stillness for a moment and let the sensation settle there. After a couple breaths, you might let the knees start to windshield wipe side to side. But I always like after a back bend, especially, I feel like I just shook up a snow globe. So I like to watch it all sort of settle. And if there's any last posture that you are feeling particularly drawn to take, it might be a happy baby, it might be some inversion, it might be, yeah, hugging your knees in. Nice. So we'll eventually bring us into a final Shavasana, final resting place. So you can let your legs long. When you're ready, if you need anything else before then, if you need to turn off any lights, get yourself any blankets. You're welcome to let your toes turn out, let your heels be heavy. Arms out wide, let your palms flip up and see if you could slip your shoulder blades towards one another. Your shoulders soften away from your ears. We'll be here for a couple minutes, so take this opportunity to do a little bit less, and maybe again, it's helpful to find that sort of narration of the breath and just watch it swirl through you, fill your whole vessel up. And watch it clear out whatever stickiness on its way out. I'll mute myself. Give you that space. can start to bring a deeper, longer breath. And to fill up belly, the ribs, the chest. Maybe a longer exhale. So let it out. Start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Reawaken your body and maybe even start to reach your arms up. Send your toes away from your fingers, fingers away from your toes. So then roll over to either side, finding a fetal position. Press on up. You can keep the eyes closed and landing in a seat just the way that we started. An opportunity to check in and again, just see what shifted, what changed. However subtle or significant, be an opportunity to acknowledge what you did to make that change happen. You'd like to seal this hour off with the sound of Om, or maybe even just a hum, or maybe you think it. Welcome to bring the palms to press and exhale empty. Inhale full. On the exhale. Om. And thank you for being here.